Leaders, you ever find yourself wanting to make doctor level money, lawyer level money, but don't want to put in all the time and education and the money needed to make that kind of money? Well, let me introduce you to the Scrum Master role. Well, introducing the Scrum Master role, ladies and gentlemen, is a bit weird. Let me share my personal experiences with you so you can kind of feel what I mean. The word is not sexy at all, because I remember in 2018 that I was around my family. When you're around your family for Christmas and Thanksgiving, of course they're going to ask, "Hey, what are you doing, Uncle Scott? What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm a Scrum Master. Now watch this. I was talking to my little nieces and nephews and told them I was a Scrum Master. Now, you know, children are very, very transparent. So this is Christmas Eve in 2018, and they looking at me with their nose up like, Uncle Scott is a garbage man. Uncle Scott is a garbage man. Now, I went to bed that night. I could hear my nieces and nephews saying that, "Hey, Uncle Scott is a garbage man." So I went to bed trying to figure out, how can I explain what I do as a Scrum Master to my little nieces and nephews who are 5 years old. They're in kindergarten class, right? So I went to bed. I didn't have an idea. I woke up the next morning, and just like you, when you go to bed with something heavy on your mind, you're going to wake up with an answer. And I woke up with an answer. I said, "Gather round, young lads, gather round." I got a story to tell you because I'm trying to redeem myself, because I'm trying to help them understand what do I do as a Scrum Master in their mind at 5 years old in kindergarten class. Nieces and nephews, remember when y'all was in kindergarten class? Remember, it is Christmas. So I went back to Thanksgiving. Remember when the teacher showed the picture of a turkey? And then the sprint, Scrum, which is the whole month of November, that's the sprint. So for sprint planning started November the 1st, the students, okay, cool. They probably updated the bulletin board to center around Thanksgiving and the holidays. The children probably helped the teacher. The developers helped the product owner to create this bulletin board. The sprint is already in motion. Now, who's in kindergarten class, as I'm telling my nieces and nephews, you remember when the teacher gave you the pine cone, the orange construction paper, the yellow construction paper? And for those of you who wanted some glitter, some Elmer's glue, some scissors, and said, "Hey, build a turkey." The product owner, AKA teacher, asked the student to build a turkey to take home to mom and dad. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see the light bulb going off for my little nieces and nephews. They're sitting on the edge of their chair. Whew, just like I am with you right now. I'm feeling good about my story because I'm redeeming myself. Because remember, yesterday I told them I was a Scrum Master. They thought I was a garbage man. I got to redeem myself. Remember, everything in the kindergarten class, if I'm a parent going to school, that I can just open the door and kind of get an idea of what they're doing for that particular day. I don't have to go talk to anybody because in the kindergarten class, everything is very, very transparent. As a Scrum Master, our job is to make things transparent, so that the Scrum team can decide what we need to do about it. Okay. Let me pause with my nieces and nephews. For some of you, you may have heard of a term called the elephant in the room. As a Scrum Master, our job is to talk about the elephant in the room. Everybody's walking by that damn elephant in the room, but nobody's talking about it. Is anybody seeing that elephant in the room other than me? Of course they are, but nobody's talking about it. So for my experience, Scrum Masters, that's what we're doing. Now back to my leaders who are looking to get in this game and play it at a high level. Okay. Back to my nieces and nephews. Y'all remember what we did? Yeah, well, Scott, yeah. I built that turkey. Here's the amazing. Let me take it back down memory lane. You remember in kindergarten class when we built that turkey, you spent so much time on it. You spent so much energy on it. You were so excited. You collaborating with other people all at the table, blah, blah, blah. And watch this. When we looked up at everybody else's turkey, and everybody looked at your turkey, all of the turkeys were different. Why? Because we built the turkey from our own perspective, our minds. Even though the teacher started out with giving us an image of what a turkey looked like, we all built a different turkey that didn't look like nobody else's turkey. So, in conclusion, I told my nieces and nephews that here's what I landed on. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I would never ever say to anybody that I'm a cool project manager. I remember being in a corporate thing where we did a contest of how would you describe Scrum to somebody? And the winner that day was a cool project manager. I would never ever say that, because to me that is totally disrespectful. It's two different sides of the brain that we're using for those particular positions. My nieces and nephews, that when I finished telling that story, just like, whoa, Uncle Scott, is that what you do? I said, yes. My job is to recreate the elements of a kindergarten class for the workplace. Now, here's what I want you to think about, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of taking an individual project home to mom and dad, we know Scrum was made for complex work. So consider this. Do you think we have a better chance if we use the kindergarten class approach to get to Mars? Or do you think we stand a better chance using the high school class? Because by the time you get to high school class, everybody's fake. Everybody has their mask on. You're trying to figure out who you are, what you're doing. You're trying an awful lot of masks, trying to figure out who am I? What am I going to do? See, in kindergarten class, you were the purest, most authentic person that you could ever be in life. Scrum requires you to be your authentic self. I'm a recovered perfectionist. So for those of you who are already in the game, you see, it's not the process that's going to get you to building a legendary team. It's going to be you working on showing the team their behavior, and you yourself have some behavior that you need to work on as well. For me, it was perfectionism. So when I did that, that's really what took me to the next level. So if you're somebody who identify with that type of leader, who you want to empower other people to tap into their God-given superpower, then I think Scrum Master, well, I know Scrum Master is the position for you. And if you want more information about that, please see us over at scrumacademy.com.